If you want to see me make delicious Huevos Rancheros like this, watch this video. Hello and welcome to Ben's Ramblings, recipes, reviews, and ramblings. Today we're making Huevos Rancheros on the Blackstone Griddle. Let's get started. On the cooktop right now, I have some jarred salsa and some chipotles and adobo, which I took out of my freezer. You can buy chipotles and adobo in a can like this, and because there are so many that I don't use at once, I will often take them, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then throw whatever's left in the freezer. They defrost great. So I have the chipotles and adobo there. We have some refried beans. Today we're using some black refried beans from Casa Fiesta. I really like these. I'm going to put these off on the side here. Get those cooking. If you don't have black refried beans, you can use whatever refried beans you'd like. I have the griddle on low all across the board. We're going to take some chorizo. We're going to cook that up. This is Spanish chorizo, not Mexican chorizo. I could not find Mexican chorizo, but we'll give this a shot. We'll see how it is. This is boar's head. I also have Queso de Frier. This is a frying cheese. This cheese holds its shape when you fry it. So we're going to put some oil down and fry this up. It's going to get nice and crispy. I also have to top at the end some cotilla cheese. We are going to kind of puree this up a little bit. We'll mash it up with a fork, with a spoon, and we'll use this as our ranchero sauce. I have some jalapenos, which we're going to throw down on some oil and crisp up. We have some soft corn tortillas, which we're going to fry up a little bit. And we'll also garnish with some avocado and some cilantro. Chop some diced cilantro. So, let me get the salsa stirred up a little bit, get the chipotle and adobo broken up a little. That chipotle and adobo is going to add a ton of flavor. It's got a lot of heat, but in a good way. It's a very warm and not a burn so much. It's not like a habanero or any of the scorpion or anything like that. It's got a lot of great smoke. I'm going to break this, I'm going to turn the heat up here a little bit and break down this refried beans. Get those frying up. We are going to turn these middle burners up to medium high, and I'm going to put a little avocado oil down. And I want this avocado oil, we're going to use this to fry up the tortillas. Let that get nice and hot. I'm going to throw the chorizo off on the side here to brown up a little bit. Normally chorizo you'd get from a Mexican purveyor. The chorizo is softer and you can take it out of the casing of the sausage and kind of crumble it up. This is more like a dried chorizo a little bit. So I just sliced it into rounds and we're just going to brown that up on the flat top. Let's give this a stir. Make sure it's not burning with the salsa. That smells great. That chipotle in there, really, you can smell the smokiness of that. That's great. Let's get the jalapenos on. Throw them in some of that oil. I want them to get nice and crispy. I did not seed the jalapenos. I like them spicy, so make sure they don't slide down the drain there. And let's start toasting up our tortillas. Oh, the corn smell coming off of these is so good. All right, we'll let them toast up a little bit on one side, and we'll get them off on the side. And turn this heat up a little more. I want the black beans to heat through. Now, ideally, I would blend up the ranchero sauce. I would take a stick blender or a small blender and blend it up. Today, I'm going to do super easy. We're just going to use the hot salsa with the chipotles and adobo in it, and we won't bother blending it. It will taste the same, the texture will just be a little different. These are starting to brown up. We'll move these over here to where the heat is not up as high. Take a look at the chorizo, it's starting to brown up. Flip these over. Could use a little more oil. I'm going to put some more oil down. I'm using avocado oil because it does great with the heat. It will not smoke. The smoke point on avocado is very high. Swirl these around in the oil. Let's give these a stir, see how they're doing. Those are definitely warmed up. I'll turn that heat back down. Bring it all together. Yeah, those are starting to brown up nice, the jalapenos. Over. Yeah, that's right. So this is Queso de Frier. It's very similar to a halloumi. It holds its shape and you can fry it up. It will not break down when you put it on the griddle. So I'm going to put it down and we're going to get it nice and browned up. You'll see. I'm just going to put my spatulas on the tortillas kind of as a little press. Keep them pressed down. Let the cheese go for a minute. Should brown up pretty quickly and then we'll turn it. We want it warmed all the way through. Check this cheese out. Oh, look at that. If you like cheese, tell me that doesn't look good. See what's going on here. Okay. We are going to take the spoon that we used for the beans. And it's got a little bit of that ranchero sauce on there, that's not a problem. And we're going to spread the black beans onto the tortilla. Or I should say the refried beans on the tortilla. I'm going to sprinkle a little cumin on top of the tortillas with the refried beans. I really like that flavor, and a little bit in our salsa, or our ranchero sauce. Let's give this another stir. All right. Then cheese up on its edges. Okay. Let's get the tortillas off. And in a minute we'll throw the eggs on. Just want to brown all the sides of this cheese. You can see it's holding its shape pretty well. The cheese is not normally served with Huevos Rancheros, but I love it. I'm a cheesehead. I absolutely love it. So we'll get that going. That's just about done. I'm going to throw the eggs on in a minute. We'll turn these burners all on low. I'm going to put a little bit of avocado oil down, and we'll fry up those eggs. You could use egg rings to keep these in shape. I don't really care so much that the shape has to be perfect. I broke one of the yolks. Again, not a big deal. Let's sprinkle them with a little bit of salt and some pepper. And again, I love a little bit of cumin. I love that taste. It's sticking on me. I'm a little too hot. Flip them over. A little too hot on the heat here on the griddle today. I'm going to take the ranchero sauce on. It's cooked way down. Okay. You should be done. I want to leave the yolks nice and soft. So. Dressing it now. I'm going to ladle the ranchero sauce on. So I've got the jalapeno, the cheese, the chorizo all on there. I have a hunk of cotilla cheese here. This is a dry, hard cheese similar to a feta. So you can see, crumble that on top. Okay, it's salty, similar to a feta. Makes a great addition. I'm going to put my avocado. I've got some crema here. Okay. And last but not least, some cilantro. There you go. Tell me this doesn't look fantastic. This would be great if you had some fresh pico de gallo, anything like that. Absolutely a great addition to this. You could do so much with this. Pulled pork would be great with it. Carnitas, barbacoa, whatever you want. Just goes great with these flavor combinations. Let's give it a try. Got to get a little of everything in here. Some egg. There's that yolk broken. Looks great. Perfectly cooked. Little cheese. This is a giant bite, but let's give it a try. I've got some chorizo. I've got the ranchero sauce on there. The fried cheese. Some of the avocado. Let's give it a try. Oh my God. That is absolutely unbelievable. The flavors are like an explosion in your mouth. Just fantastic. The cheese, this Queso de Frier. I'll definitely be using this again for something. Just great texture. Warmed all the way through. A little bit chewy. The jalapenos on here. The nice warm egg yolk. This is fantastic. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this. And don't forget, subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of all my future cooks and videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.